Welcome students. Once again, let us find the kinematic equation for uniformly accelerated motion. We have three equations. You all know this in class 9. Let us write this first, and then using graphical methods, let us find the value of this equation. These equations are v is equal to u plus at, where v is the final speed, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration. We are talking about this only. That means the acceleration is uniform, and t is the time period. We have next equation as s is equal to ut plus half at square. Please note that this s is displacement. अगर कोई कहे आपसे कि ये s क्या है, so you will tell them that this is the displacement. This s is equal to ut plus half at square, and last equation is equal to this, that is we are having v square is equal to u square plus 2as. To prove this equation, to prove this, what we do is we take the help of a graph. We have, since we are talking about the uniformly accelerated motion, in this uniformly accelerated motion, since acceleration will be what? It will be uniform. Uniform means that its change will be taking place at a uniform rate, right? So for that we construct a, initially what we do, we draw a VT graph. VT graph means we have velocity and time graph. This very beautiful graph we will draw. V on the y-axis and t on the x-axis, and we will presume that let the initial velocity of the object is u. Let there be the initial velocity of the object, and the object is moving uniformly with uniform acceleration, meaning the object is moving with uniform acceleration, and that is shown by this line, board line, this. Now we have to make certain points here, mark certain points here. What are those points? Let us see. See here, initially time is 0, and after certain period of time, time will be kept this small t. Now we will mark certain area. We will join this, and let this be O. This is A. This is B. This is C, and lastly it is D. Let us join by a bold line so that we don't get confused, because we are using the different ink, so it won't make us confused. You see that this will be what? Your final velocity. This point will be your final velocity. This will be your final velocity, as you can see. So this distance will be v minus u. BC will be equal to v minus u, and very simply, as you are seeing that this will be what? It is 0 here, it is t here, so it will be t. So now we'll start. First concept. Have you seen this graph, dear students? The graph is saying, VT graph is here, uniformly accelerated motion. Now, what is the acceleration here? What is the acceleration? So acceleration can be found out very easily by looking into the graph, that acceleration is nothing but rate change of velocity. So velocity difference upon time difference. So this can be found as A is equal to V minus U upon T. Now if you solve this equation very simply, you will see that this A into T will be equal to V minus U. A simple calculation is here. So you get V is equal to U plus AT. This in the bigger bracket. So we have proved the first equation. Very simply, we have proved the first equation. Now we will go for the second one. As you can see here, we have proved this first equation. V is equal to U plus AT. How we have proved it? We have only find the slope of this कर्व. इस लाइन का हमने स्लोप निकाला और हमने पहला इक्वेशन प्राप्त कर लिया. नाउ वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड टू फाइंड द नेक्स्ट इक्वेशन एंड दैट कैन बी फाउंड बाय सिंपली सी, as I have told you earlier also, the area of this curve, area of this curve, whole curve, since symmetry graph is here, you all know that area of this curve will give you what? It will give you what? It will give you total displacement. How much the displacement is there by the object in this given period of time if its speed is this much. So, to find this area, since we are using graphical method, so total displacement, as you can see here, total displacement will be the area of the curve, area of O, A, B, C, D, O, this whole figure. So this area is what? Let us see here. This area is what? Area of triangle, ABC, and area of rectangle and area of rectangle OACD. You can see this. Let us see here. Is it right or not? Because the figure is not before me. Yes, it is right. Area of triangle ABC and area of rectangle OACD. Now, area of a right angle triangle is what? You all know it is equal to what? Half base into height. Therefore, this area will be equal to, what? Half base into height, which is equal to what? You can see that base is AC, which is equal to T, and height is BC, which is V minus U. Let us write this. Half base is T and height is V minus U. Very simply, and area of rectangle is, as you can see here, it is height, since in the rectangle we have length into breadth as area. So length is here T and base is here, means breadth is here U. So you can get that it is V into, means U into T. Now let us solve for it. Therefore S is equal to half, and dear students, just remember you have written the value of V minus U. Let me show you that V minus U is what? 80. Therefore this is A into T and plus U into T. Now if you simplify, you will get the value. See, S is equal to, bringing this before ut plus half at square, है ना, ut plus half at square, and this is your second equation of motion. Got my point? Now comes your third equation of motion, which can be again very simply found by using the same equation, or we can solve it in different way or as well. We can solve in the different way also, you know, since you are having this s is equal to plus half at square, and now we will move towards the solving the third equation. See, in third equation we don't have time factor. Simply by substituting also we can find the third equation. That can be done mathematically. That is an alternative way. And there is another way, the concept of average velocity. See, we have t from here. Let us write. See, from first equation, what we get the value of t? From first equation, the value of t is what? Let me write first. Now, the value of t is, see here, from this equation, the t is equal to what? V minus u upon a. This is the value of t. And we have the third equation as what? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Let us substitute the value of t in this equation and see the magic. What we are going to do? We are substituting the value of t here. U into t is how much? V minus u upon a. ठीक ना? देखिए यहाँ पे फिर से प्लस हाफ a into v minus u upon a whole square. Simply expand this relation and you will get a astonishing result. So simply we need to expand this result and see the very good result. What it will be? Let us see. Let us expand it. S is equal to uv minus u square upon a plus half this a square means a upon a square will be here, a upon a square, and this will be v square plus u square minus 2vu. See, dear students, as you are seeing here, this a will cancel with this a, and you will be having this a common in the denominator. So what we do is we multiply this. If we multiply this equation by 2 and divide by 2, so it will not affect much, but it will give us a very good result. Now what we do is take 2a common and multiply to the other side. So you get 2as in the left hand side, and now we will expand the whole equation and then simplify. 2u into v minus 2u square, one thing, plus v square plus u square, and then minus 2u into v. You see, this will be cancelling from this, and then one u will be subtracted. So what you get is finally is very simple, that v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This is your required result. So we have proved the 3 equations of motion. That is all from here.